I got a new roommate. I got a new roommate, guys. It's an unwanted roommate. I was, I've spotted them around a couple of times. I was like, all right, sure, you exist. I get it. That's fine. You can keep living here. You're not paying rent, but it's fine.
Brushing my teeth.
Rats, definitely. No, not rats. It'd be much worse. I would not be this. I was brushing my teeth one morning. My routine is I get out of the shower, I jump straight out of the shower, I start brushing my teeth. Nice and easy. You air dry a bit. You just chill. And then all of a sudden, I feel this sensation up my leg, and I look down, and there's a huntsman spider crawling up my fucking leg while I'm brushing my teeth. I was like, what the fuck? Kick it off. I'm like, whatever. And then the other night, watching the hit HBO show known as The Last of Us, gets to a spoopy part where things are awfully tense and shit. All of a sudden, this huntsman crawls across the wall next to my head. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? I don't need this type of immersion.
Big Pedro fan.
Clearly, it wanted to watch it. It was a Pedro Pascal fan. But I was like, this motherfucker, I did not need this kind of immersion and jump scares in my real life. Fuck off. I'm trying not to kill you. I'm trying not to rehome you. I've said live here, but live here within your own means, Don't fucking think that you need to be seen every now and then. Your periods are between 11:30 at night and 6 o'clock in the morning. Exist then while I'm asleep. And then stop existing. Take a break. Chill the fuck out.
You know how you can make it stop existing? Killing it. Then you'll have no issues.
I'm trying not to be brutally killing anything.
Have you made it aware
There'll
that
be more spiders.
it's not part of your binge household and it needs to get its own subscription?
I think the part where I very manly squealed and jumped in the air as it was crawling up my leg and shook it off and ran out of the room still brushing my teeth. Not gonna lie, I was impressed I was still brushing my teeth at the time. I thought that would have, got the message across to it. It would have been like, bro, I'm not a fan of you, but at the same time, I'm not a mindless killer.
I would kill it. Dead.
Yeah, I've seen Charlotte's Web. She lays
That's fine.
She lays a ton of eggs at the end.
Oh, does she?
Yeah. And then hundreds and thousands, lots and lots of spiders come out.
Yeah, but aren't they all good spiders and friendly spiders, and they all go and live off?
They're
in their
still
own
spiders.
lives? What's wrong with spiders? Do the valuable job
okay,
of
so
killing
you're
flies.
fine with one. You're getting upset about this one huntsman. What if there's 100 huntsmen going around your house? And then they all lay eggs in your house?
Look.
And then
all
there's
right. things
At
that have been found
at
at
that
my
point,
house.
you're the fucking squatter.
Things that have been found at my house while I've lived here: mice, snakes, and the new favorite one recently, a scorpion.
Lovely.
And so
Sounds like you just need to move to a city.
So, huntsman spider, not really a big deal for me. Not really a big deal. Being half asleep in the morning, Dad be like, "Hey, I just found this baby scorpion in the kitchen." I was like, "The fuck?" Yeah, don't need that.
I didn't think
I'm a huntsman.
scorpions were an Australian thing.
It was very clearly a fucking scorpion. I don't know. I didn't think they were either, but it very clearly had the fucking whatcha tail and the little claws. I was like, this is not on. That isn't okay.
Yeah, it's probably some American person smuggled it across.
Just smuggled it and put it to regional Victoria.
Maybe they're growing them out there.
spread.
Maybe
It's like
there's
the
a
episode of The
farm.
Simpsons, the Australian episode of The Simpsons,
God. Man.
No?
No.
Oh, what did they have scorpions in that? All I remember is the toilet thing.
What, in the Simpsons episode?
Where Bart rings the dude to flush the toilet.
No, he
there's
brings
no scorpions.
he brings like a bullfrog.
Isn't a bull? Yeah, it's a bullfrog or a toad. It's like it ties into an actual thing that happened where there was bullfrogs or toads. And
Well, it's meant to be like the cane toads, obviously.
Yes,
I can't
that's
remember
the
this
one.
at all.
There we go. The cane toad.
I can't remember this
Yeah.
at all. All I remember is the toilet flush. I remember them making a joke about how every Australian house is
Australia, America.
you have to run down the road and there's nothing in between and whatever else.
I always get the whenever somebody does something wrong, I'm always like, as amongst our friends, we're always like, I'm gonna write a letter to me local member of parliament. Oi, gas! Hello, mates. It's like he's drinking his Fosters outside, even though it's Fosters, and get that shit out of the Australian identity and stereotype, please. That'd be cool.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
fine because we can't agree on an appropriate replacement.
Look, there's just Carlton Dry. Just choose it as Carlton Dry. None of this Crown or Victoria bitter shit. No, that's like, even though, you know, VB long neck is part of Australian culture and history at this point, but no, just make it like a Carlton Dry, a nice, easy beer to drink. None of this fancy shit.
I don't know how it worked out, but they recently did this thing in Launceston where they like extended there's like a brewery here that was going to close, and you know they consider part of the, you know, town's history or whatever else. So the government like injected a bunch of money into it, and basically if you've got, I think it works out, it's something like if you've got a Tasmanian license and you've lived there for over a year, you can claim like a free like trip, like a free, you know, like go through like a tour through the brewery sort of thing.
A tour.
Yeah, tour. But the tour ends.
I was going to say,
the tour ends with
It's
you
like a
getting
free case.
Yeah,
I
but
was
the
like a
tour
free
ends
case
with
of beer,
you.
and then I was like,
It ends with free drinks, so it is technically.
but that's a weird thing to promote through the fact of having a Tasmanian.
It was on the
driver's
local
license.
news. They were like, "Hey, like the place is staying open." They were interviewing people, like talking about how great it is. You know.
Yeah, but like the license that allows you to drive, which prohibits you from drinking while driving, is also promoting.
Yeah, but it's in the middle of the city. Well, not in the middle of the city, but it's in the city. Like it's not. Like the brewery's in the
There's
city.
lots of safe options to get home.
Yeah,
if you,
I know.
They're not going to like get you drunk.
I know.
They're probably just using the cheap like low car.
I know you probably don't have
light beer.
Ubers out in buttfuck nowhere wherever you are with your spiders and your snakes and whatever else, but there are Ubers here.
Yeah, Dylan actually didn't specify this brewery is like purely non-alcoholic, so it's all fine.
It's very alcoholic. To clarify.
Have you used your free tour?
No, I haven't. But you know, it's always on the only,
Is it one a year or like?
I think it's one a year. I
It's
think,
one a
I think you've got a
year.
year to use it or something like that. I don't know. I think there's a cutoff point.
They're only doing a year of free tours.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then they'll start charging
Sure.
for the tour?
Well, they used to charge for it. It was only like $20.
Well, they do charge for people who aren't.
They charge for people who aren't Tasmanian.
Okay.
So you got it's interesting. I know when they were talking about it in the news, I'm like, wait, my license does more than just let me drive now. Like it gets me into a pub, like for free. Like I mean, it lets me in the pub, but
I mean, you have to do a tour first. So
yeah,
it's a
You
trade-off.
have to do a tour. Yeah.
yeah. I think
Depends on how much you care about brewing.
not at all. I mean, but
I like the end product, yeah.
yeah, I mean, you can appreciate the way it all goes, I guess. I mean, I've never really, like, I remember I did, so there used to be a Cadbury's here, right? Down towards Hobart way. We went and did a tour of that when we was kids, and I fucking hated it because not that I don't like chocolate, but the smell. Oh, just I don't know. Have you ever been around like have you done a chocolate tour anywhere like ever before?
Don't think so.
Like I went around like the Cadbury's factory when I was a kid, but that's
You don't remember?
very different, and I can't remember.
This is a
that
Cadbury's
at all,
factory.
but yeah.
I'm talking about.
Well, no, that's no. The Australian
It's
Cadbury factory
the-
isn't real. Isn't a real Cadbury factory. That's
oh, you're talking about Mr. British over here. I think.
exactly, yes, the OG, yeah.
Is Cadbury just British?
Yeah, Cadbury's is
technically.
British, and the chocolate, like Cadbury's chocolate case, is completely different here than it does in England.
Why?
Because we
It's very Americanized in like the American version of chocolate, whereas
I don't
the
believe
English-
that. American chocolate tastes way different to Australian chocolate. And Australian chocolate's Cadbury.
it's like
chocolate.
nothing but sugar.
No,
right?
it does not. It's very sugary. It's very sweet. No, I will.
There's
We
no way.
found the nice
100%.
medium between the two.
Yeah,
That's
I
what it is.
No, you
would
did
say-
not.
there's a-
You
I
did
would understand
not.
if there's
You
a
are-
medium, but there's no way it tastes anything like American chocolate. American chocolate tastes way
It does. You're 100% tastes like American chocolate because it's the same chocolate you get in cheap Easter eggs.
No,
It's
no,
that really
no,
crap
no.
chocolate. Yeah,
even
no,
as a
100%.
lactose
That is
intolerant
what
person, I
Australian
stand
Cadbury-
by bullshit.
You stand by bullshit. Yes, because you're
I
talking
agree.
bullshit.
It's appropriate.
It's
Because if
a,
he
I
has the
don't-
chocolate,
I don't think
there'll be that type of shit.
he will be shitting. That is,
I don't think that's. I don't know. I don't buy that. That cheap. I've had my share of cheap chocolate, and it tastes
100%.
nothing like Cadbury
Listen,
chocolate.
there's no way to,
it does taste like cheap.
you know, we all have to at PAX eat English
I'll
chocolate
organize.
and
No, no, I
Australian
will.
chocolate.
All right, either
Taste
at
test.
PAX or at the Video Game Expo in March. I will.
You coming to that?
I'll organize English chocolate. Yeah, I'll just stop by. It's only like the tickets aren't that expensive.
You never told me you're coming.
Well, I didn't know there was media passes until you posted about getting one, and I was like, oh fuck, I should have found out about that. Eh?
course, there's media passes.
I'm not saying it's your fault. It's my fault for being fucking illiterate.
I'm sure we talked about this at one point.
Just fucking email
No
people.
shot. No shot.
Look,
No.
here's how it
Dylan
works.
just did it by himself. Dylan went off.
I assumed no one was going to go with me.
Dylan. I live 2 hours away.
Yeah,
I
but in
would've
my
gone.
mind,
you know how
it's
easy it
ages
is for
away.
me to do. 2 hours away. It's nothing.
2
Yeah,
hours.
it's far away for snakes and scorpions and
Yeah, like...
huntsmen to invade your house, yeah.
Well, I mean, the funny thing about that
Really
Game Expo thing, right? So that's coming up hot fast. Like, it's basically, it's a month away, right?
Hot and fast. It's a
It's
very.
away.
I feel like it. Yeah. I'm very pessimistic about it.
Oh, I don't care, like good or bad. I'm like, I'm down for the ride, right? But it is that thing of like, we're a month away, and I checked the website last night. I was like, schedule, nothing yet. I'm like, okay, like PAX.
Well, because it's not going to be. There's not going to be talks and stuff. It's for
No, they
you
have
to
panels.
go in.
They have panels.
Do they actually have
Yeah, they
panels?
have
Because all
panels.
I've seen of it is
Do
like
they, though?
people bring
Yeah.
your consoles and people come hang out and then watch some esports and stuff, which I'm all in for the esports.
Yeah, I mean, if at the end of the day,
There's
like,
a bunch of stages. What are you talking about?
no, they've announced there's
Stages for
panels.
esports.
There's
There is
panels.
a creative stage.
Yeah.
No schedule.
There's indie games.
There's a
Don't know what they are.
fighting
yet.
game stage. Schedule coming soon. There is a Just Dance stage.
I'm in.
Schedule coming soon.
That's some PAX 27.
I'm telling you, like,
PC stage. Schedule was coming. Yeah, okay.
If-
Well, PAX didn't like come together till this year.
Yeah, I know. Like,
really
No, it'll be a couple years for this draw. This is going to be like I don't think it's going to be quite Crunchyroll Expo bad, but I feel like it's
So I was looking at the calendar this morning before I went to work, and I was trying to like work out the upcoming weeks and stuff. And what are you laughing about?
what?
Sorry, no, I just said they've got listed all their tournaments that they're going to run.
Yes.
It's like Smash Brothers, Tekken, and then there's like PC tournaments for Rocket League and Apex, and they've got tabletop games, and the one game listed, chess.
Look, it's the OG, man.
I mean,
It
yeah,
is
you
the
can't
OG.
go past it. You know?
Chess
Queen's
is
the end of
the
them, right?
chess is the Smash Bros of nerds.
They're going to be the thing is for chess. They got to take metal detectors.
Which
to make
version
sure
do they
there's
play? Like, is it just Brawl? If it's a Smash Brothers of,
It'll be Smash Ultimate, I'm guessing. Unless you know what, I'll be impressed if it's Brawl. I will be impressed if it's Brawl because that means they have to organize CRTs and stuff. And
We'll find out. So, because I'm flying back on that Sunday night, right? So I'm flying in Friday and I'm flying out Sunday night. Like, I'll just leave. Like, I'm expecting not to have to hang around for right to the end of the con. I'm just going to fly out the back end of it.
No, I'm gonna I'll probably only come for like 1 or maybe 2 days, but you know. Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, cool. I get back in, and I guess I'll just come straight home. And then I was just like working out, and I was like, we'll just record Arcade Couch that week that night as soon as I get off the plane, because then I'll
That
be
Sunday
like,
night?
yeah, fresh feelings. So if it's a shit show, I'm just gonna get on here and be like, guys, whoa. As I'll be like, no, it was actually pretty good. But no, yeah. I mean, it's if it's okay, that's fine. If it's terrible, it'll be like, ooh. But like, I don't expect it to be like, oh my god, this was the best convention
Which
ever.
you know,
like,
it's still supporting an Australian convention. It's still doing that, but at the same time, it's okay to be pessimistic and be prepared.
yeah, I want it to be good. Like, it'd be weird if I didn't want local Australian people to succeed at making a convention.
Well, I think I saw like South Australia had their own inaugural game event this weekend. So,
Did they? Okay,
and that looked like it was. I didn't see anybody tweeting hate about it. So.
that's good. I mean, nothing can be as bad as that Crunchyroll one, right? Everyone's
No, that Crunchy one was like people wanting to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
Fire Fest and
that's true. I mean, within
was that
Australia,
terrible
within
expo
Australia,
that had, like-
within Australia.
oh, what was that? There was a terrible expo that like one of their features was like just a ball pit. I
TanaCon?
can't remember.
Was it Tanacon? Tanacon's
Yeah,
the
I
one
think
I
yeah.
where it reached capacity and then people started. Yeah, there was a whole
Yeah, that
Classic.
sounds right.
That's a bit. But yeah, I mean, keen to go. They got indie games there. Don't know which ones, but I mean, look, if half the time I'm spent just chilling out watching esports, because that's not something I really do at PAX, because obviously the indie games are just more important to me. But if it turns out that there's nothing else really going on and I'm just going to watch a bunch of esports, that's fine with me. Like, if that's what it is, it's not like I dislike esports. It's just my priority list is like not within number one. So
And there's
Speaking
a
of
bunch of
esports,
cool people in Melbourne, so I mean, I'm sure
There
we'll
are
have a good
cool
time.
people.
yeah, who will I see there?
There are. Oh, I need to follow up. I need to find out. No, I don't think the tickets went on sale yet. I've been loving, and sorry.
Is
to
this
Ciaran
the
for
music
press
artist?
start.
I saw you tweet Kieran, press start Kieran.
No, well, this is the thing, right? And I don't know if I'm just making up this storyline in my head, but I swear I've seen tweets from Ciaran like 3 or 4 times in the last couple months where he's missed out on tickets to something. And maybe I'm making this up. Maybe I've overthought this. But he tweeted about getting tickets to Baby No Money, and I was like, bro, you gonna get tickets this time? And he's like, yeah. I was like, I believe. But I'm like, I need to find out. This is a storyline I'm purely invested in. I'm invested in Ciaran going to concerts, you know? He tweeted about not being able to see Mother, and then he missed the signing and stuff for it. There was a couple, I can't remember exactly what maybe there was maybe it wasn't him, the Slipknot one, but there was definitely multiple people I saw tweeting. Maybe I've just merged like
I saw people getting really upset about Fred again, not being able to see Fred again. Why didn't you see him the first time? Oh.
You motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
That was the worst joke I've ever heard. Jesus.
Also, not to isolate a potential fan base or potential new listeners to this. I went on a tour of the Melbourne jail last weekend, just randomly with friends.
Did you pre-warn that for like for our criminally inclined listener base? No,
No.
But I
People who
tillage
are
our
against
home grounds.
No.
Okay.
Maybe there was a couple other Australians there, but majority of it was either late 50s to senior Americans.
They are not our listener base.
Oh,
Well,
that is not our demo, believe it or not.
It's not our listener base, but Americans, it's just kind of, it might kick back on. Fuck, they ask some annoying questions or they say some annoying things. That we were talking about, there was one part where the tour guide's like, okay, tour's over, but we're going to have a lecture or whatever, talk about the gallows up there, but it's for adults only. No kids allowed. Like, we're talking about death and we're talking about lots of different things. We're like, sure, we went up there.
How many kids were here?
Not including you.
Not in the tour group. I don't think there's any children, but there were children around, just like kind of visiting the jail.
They're chilling. They're chilling around.
Just hanging
They're
around.
in the jail.
Hoodlums,
Yeah,
as you would say, hoodlums. And the guy's talking about the gallows, and the gallows quite clearly, like the gallows is on the second floor, and it's clearly just the hole in the floor that opens up and drops people down.
Yep.
And this American lady goes, well, how far down is the drop? As we're like stood on the stairs, like where you could just literally look down and see the ground floor below us, and like there was just a lot of dumb questions being asked that maybe I'm just being too harsh, but it was very just feeling like they need to speak when they don't need to. And that could also be a problem with me.
Who are you there with?
Just with a couple of friends. We've got my friend just moved from Canberra to Melbourne, so a couple of us went up and went.
You're like, the first thing we need to show you.
Here's
Well,
our
no,
jail.
it was her choice. It was her choice. It was 100% her choice. We were like, she's like, oh, actually, I've always wanted to go see the Melbourne Jail. So we're like, all right, we'll go to that. Sure. It's like
Very specific. I'd watch out for that
yeah.
one.
Yeah, we gotta go for that one, and went and hung around and went and saw the opera because there was randomly an hour of free opera in Fed Square, so we sat there. Yeah, that was something. It was very cultured.
Jail and opera. Sure. Whoa.
Jail, opera, and Korean fried chicken.
All right,
It is a hell of a time.
Eclectic.
A hell of a
It
time.
was an eclectic little evening there.
It is.
I'm in Melbourne.
Day, but
This comes out Monday, so I'm in Melbourne next week.
you're in Melbourne next week.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Melbourne next week?
Visiting a jail.
Going to jail.
Well,
You've
you
just
going to
talked me
Melbourne
into
jail?
it. I'm just going to have a look. Pop over. Thought I'd
Melbourne
fucking
jail. Good choice.
go
good
have a
choice.
look. Check out the opera.
I don't know if it'll be on. It was like a one-time thing.
They got in the jail now. They're actually doing it in the jail.
They've got it in the jail. They have locked those people up.
They've
Yeah.
locked them up because it was so bad. They're just playing the jail. No, I'm going to watch that Final Fantasy musical.
Oh, the concert thing.
Oh, the concert thing.
Yep.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
You don't get excited when they start playing One Winged Angel and you think Kenny Omega's about to come out. He's not. He's
I'll
not
just
done.
yell, Kenny! Here he comes, guys! Everyone's like, shush! Shut the fuck up. Alright.
Is it just Final Fantasy VII music, or is it all?
It's all Final Fantasy. Like, I know what.
Ooh, you're gonna see here. Is it Return to Anakin?
Yeah.
Return to
Return to
Anakin from Final Fantasy X.
Oh, not terrible impression.
That'll be pretty.
So that'll be good.
They doing it with like they have the big screen in the
Yeah,
background.
with the
playing
plays like the
thing.
game.
Yeah.
I've never been to one of those ones. I've always wanted, like,
You
you hear
haven't?
about
No.
like they do them for movies.
Yeah, I read like
movie
the Zelda
people do
ones
them
and
too,
stuff.
yeah, the Zelda. So game people do it now, and movie people. So it's I think it's kind of cool because it's only like more of a recent thing. But you'll see like Hans Zimmer and shit get to tour and play their music, and then you'll just have like clips from Batman playing in the background and shit, which I think is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like they get a bit more composers get a bit more appreciation, I guess, for the music and stuff like that. So, all right, let's record. Okay, cut.